What is up, guys? This is Pinzo back with another video today, and what I have for you guys is the last of the top 5 videos. This is going to be Jungle. I saved this one for last because I think Jungle got the most shakeups from the balance patch that we got this week. So I just wanted to make sure that stuff had settled. It didn't end up shaking it up quite as much as I thought it would, to be honest. But after talking to some other players, I got my list put together. And here we are to give you the top 5 jungle list. So first of all, a couple of honorable mentions. Number 1 on the list is Rampage. I think Rampage with Tiny Titan is quite good. The higher rank you get, the less good that it gets. People do get better at playing against this. People get better at peeling. But at lower ranks especially, you can still go Ashbringer on this character and go Tiny Titan, and you basically get a free kill every fight as long as you can find someone that's isolated. So is quite good. Quang, another character who probably could have been number 5 on this list, but I did him for solo lane, and the build is the same. So if you want to play Quang jungle, just go look at the solo lane build, and you can do it. It is still quite good. Crunch, another character who just barely missed out. I think Crunch is good. He's a little slow to start the game, and in jungle, it kind of sucks to be slow to start the game right now. There's a lot of damage-heavy junglers available right now that are really good at snowballing games, which you guys will see once we get into the list. Jungle is a kind of a snowball fest at the moment. If you get ahead, you kind of just win the game. And then last honorable mention goes to Yin. A very easy character to play where you just hold left click the whole game. Just takes a little bit more brain power as far as positioning goes. Also, kind of messes with team comps a little bit. Playing a squishy carry jungler kind of means you have to have a tank in the off lane. But right now, a lot of non-tanks are good in the off lane. So you're going to see a lot of bruisers on the list that kind of can play that mid fight in between, diving or peeling if they really need to. Tank supports are really good right now. We talked about that in yesterday's video. So tank supports are very good, which opens up the jungle picks to be a lot more damage at the moment. So moving into the list itself, we have number 5, Khaimera. Khaimera did get a little bit of a nerf coming into the patch. It does hurt, but I don't think it's that bad. I do think he is such an easy character to play that he warrants a top 5 spot. He is so easy to play. Lower levels, you have lock-on abilities, essentially, right? You have 2 abilities that even have to be aimed, one of them being a lock-on, the other being your ultimate. Very, very good. He has a very easy early game because you're always full HP hitting camps. You're very good at pulling Fangtooth. As far as augments go, the jump range augment that increases the range of your ambush is low-key broken, but it doesn't give you things for free. The invade augment that gives you bonus power for sitting in the jungle, gives you extra bonus power if you're sitting in the enemy jungle. It gives you free stats. It just gives you free stats. Most of the game, this is about half an item of free stats. If you're in the enemy jungle, it's about a full item of free stats. It's really good. It makes you hit objectives faster, speeds up your clear. I would recommend the invade augment, even if you're not going to play aggressive. I just think it's very, very valuable at the moment. As far as minor augments go, on Khaimera, you're going to go Technocrat and Farmer. Farmer's really good for junglers, especially after they changed it. It's extra good for junglers because they reduced the minion damage on it, but now a lot of carries and mid laners aren't going Farmer, and especially on a character like Khaimera, it makes you do more damage to things like Fangtooth, which is very, very valuable. Also, it is thunderstorming outside. I hope you guys can't hear that, but I don't really have another time to record this video. So it's being recorded right now. Hopefully you cannot hear the thunder outside. As far as Crest goes, as far getting into the build itself, it's usually Iceskorn Talons. This can be Judgement, but I don't think you really need it. As Khaimera, if you're good at keeping your passive stacks up, you don't really need the extra healing. The damage that it does is fairly negligible. Getting a slow is just really valuable. So this is a very, very good item. As far as items go, the build, it's going to look really weird, guys. I will be honest with you. I talked to a couple of very good junglers about this, about the top 5 list itself and builds. And dude, Augmentation Khaimera is low-key just very, very good. It helps a lot with your clear, but it's also just jump auto. For those of you that don't know, on Khaimera, when you jump, your jump itself, ambush, does bonus damage based on missing HP. It does execute damage. So the lower HP they are, the more damage it does. On this build, you are maxing right click. You are maxing your jump. And your goal is to be sticky. Your goal is to sit on top of somebody, because when you have jump on a 5-second cooldown, what are they going to do? They're going to walk away from you? Like, not really. No, they can't do that. And every time you jump, you get an augmentation proc, and it's very, very strong. I highly recommend it. Second item is going to look a little more normal. Is Berserker's Axe. Very good item. Again, similar thing where it's just when you jump, your first auto does bonus true damage, and it slows them and does extra bonus damage. Very good items to just combo with Jump Max Khaimera. It's very, very strong at the moment. People can simply not get away from you with this build. Third slot, Aegis of Agawar. Very good item. It gives you all the power that you need. Right now, all of the HP on your previous items is being turned into a little extra power. Gives you some bonus armor. Your last 3 items are going to be kind of hybrid, so you're going to even be getting even more from the bonus armors here, which is really good. This is just a very, very, very good HP bruiser item. Next up is going to be kind of like one of your few tank items in the build. This is going to be Gaia Greaves. When you have Berserker's Axe and Gaia Greaves, again, I already talked about it with Jump Max. People cannot get away from you. You have Iceskorn Talons for move speed. This gives you base move speed plus bonus move speed if you walk through a fog wall. This gives you move speed. It's crazy. People cannot get away from you. Very good item. Lets you jump over a couple of ledges in the map, which is really nice. But just base stats are very good. Move speed is very good. Just a very, very solid item. Another item that you'll be seeing a lot of today is Salvation. Just incredible base stats. Any build where you're going Aegis of Agawar, you're probably going Salvation. Just a really, really good item. And then your last item here is it's a flex slot, but really you have 2 options. This is either Void Helm or Unbroken Will. Unbroken Will gives you a 60% tenacity core. That's tenacity cap. So this is very strong if the enemy team has a lot of crowd control. Unbroken Will get you a little more mileage. If they have little less crowd control, where your cleanse is pretty much all you need in terms of getting out of CC in a fight, Void Helm, obviously bonus healing, very good. Getting armor, or getting, magic armor on this item means that you get more off of Aegis. Very good. Very good when you're going Aegis. If you have like 1 physical and 1 magical defense item, you essentially kind of have like 1 and 1.25 physical defense items and 1.25 magic defense items, right? You're kind of getting an extra half an item out of this. Very good. This build is you're super tanky. You have like 5,000 HP. You kind of just run at the enemy carry, and what are they going to do, right? If their name isn't Sparrow, even if it is Sparrow, if you just hold your ultimate for her to use until Sparrow uses her ultimate, you just win if you cancel it. It's really annoying. This character is super annoying. Very good at the moment. Moving into number 4, this is a character that kind of almost didn't make the list, but I do think he's very valuable. It's going to be Zarus. Zarus didn't really get buffed too much by Augments, actually, but this character is just, they can't nerf him, man. Every time they try to nerf Zarus, it's just making his ult cooldown longer, and it doesn't really matter, because if you have your ultimate, you still get a guaranteed kill every fight. It's just a really good character. Really, really, really solid. As far as augments go, the dash reset augment is going to be your go-to. The scaling augment is not good, guys. Don't build it. It is not a good augment. It is not worth it. Do not build it. The other one is that your spear throw has a reduced cooldown. In the jungle, that doesn't do much. In the off lane, maybe it's like nichely applicable, but the dash reset is the best one on Zarus. It just reduces your dash cooldown, period, but then you also get another dash when you get a kill. Realistically, if it only reduced his dash cooldown, it would still be his best augment. The reset on takedown is just a bonus. As far as minor augments go, on this character, you're going Voracity. Technocrat doesn't do a lot for you. You have really short cooldowns. You're going to go Voracity because you actually do quite a bit of damage on this character. And Farmer. Again, Farmer just helping you with your early jungle clear is really valuable. The build is going to look kind of similar here. Iceskorn Talons, really good. Again, you can go Judgement, but generally speaking, Iceskorn Talons is just going to get you a little more mileage, helps out your whole team. Just a really good item, right? Talked about it with Khaimera. You guys know what's up. And then guess what your first 2 items are? You're playing a character with a low cooldown dash that gives you attack speed. That is kind of all you need to know, right? Obviously, your spear thrust is a very low cooldown. It gets very good value with augmentation. It speeds up your jungle clear quite a bit. Berserker's Axe just lets you stick on people. If you ult somebody, it gives you your Berserker's Axe proc, right? If you dash on somebody, you can get it again. It's a very good item. Just really good on this champ. And Aegis of Agawar. Dude, these 3 items are such a good core build. It's like damage, right? And also I have 600 extra HP, right? Move speed. And now my HP is physical power. It's just such a good core. Like, and this whole build is actually going to look pretty similar. Again, Gaia Greaves makes you, like, you're just so fast with these 2 items. Nobody can get away with you. Zarus Dash gives you movement speed. This does bonus damage just when you hit somebody, right? So that's always just nice. It's just a little bit of extra damage throughout your build. This is where it gets a little bit different, though, because Salvation... If you go Salvation here, you're kind of forced to build magic defense last. It's not bad. You end up being a little bit tankier. On Zarus, your goal is to kind of one-shot the enemy carry, because you can. If you just ult the enemy carry, you like ult, auto, Q, stun, auto, right-click auto. They're just dead. They just die to your full combo. I like Citadel a lot here. The double physical defense with Aegis is really good. Citadel makes you do more damage. It's pseudo % penetration, right? It reduces their physical armor by 20%. It's almost like having Perforator. It's not quite as good as having Perforator, but it's almost like having Perforator, except it gives you defense and HP, which the HP is turned into power, right? Very good item. And then your last item here is still going to be Salvation. You can go magic defense here. You can go like Unbroken Will. It's not bad. Again, you're just a little tankier. You probably won't full combo the enemy carry. They'll probably live. You'll just have to auto attack them a few times, right? You can still kill them. You'll just have to auto a few times. Salvation's just such a good item. Again, like I said earlier, comboed with Aegis, it's just so good to have this much HP. The shield is very nice. Like late game, the shield alone is 1,000 HP. Right, I mean, it's a big shield. It gives you a little lifesteal while it's active. It's quite a good item. So this is the build I would go. You can be very aggressive. Try to save your ultimate for right before or during a Fangtooth fight. You don't want your ultimate to be on cooldown when Fangtooth rolls around. You want to be able to use your ultimate to get a kill right before Fangtooth. Try to keep track of flash timers if you can. If your team is typing flash timers for you, that's even better. But yeah, just a very, very good character at the moment. Really annoying to play against if you're playing in a mobile character. Next up on our list, this is kind of where you get into Khaimera, Zarus are kind of these bruisers that do really well early game, that transition to a little bit of a weaker late game, but obviously they still have much value. Kai, jump ult, right? Zarus ult, that kind of stuff is still valuable. These top 3 are actually all like what you would consider carry picks, right? Because there are so many good tank supports at the moment, even offlaners that are building damage are kind of bruisery like Quang. You are open to picking these much more like carry style junglers, and they're really good at the moment. They're really good. At number 3 on our list, this is going to be Serath. Serath she did get nerfed, guys. Ashbringer is not the build anymore. Guess what? They buffed the other augment for this character, so she's still very good. Just a really solid character. Again, just has the ability to take over games. You get 1 or 2 kills early, you just absolutely run through a game, and that is very, very powerful. As far as the augments, you are no longer going the stun augment. I think it's okay, but the heal augment, the one that heals you when you pick up your passive orb, is really good. It is fantastic after they buffed it, and I would just recommend going that one every game. Side note, as far as Serath goes, max your Q, your dash, and then you max that ability first. It is better than maxing your right click. You get much more value out of it. Max that ability first, even when you can't go Ashbringer anymore on this character. Minor augments are going to be Voracity, Executioner. This character has like deceptively good jungle clear, and also again, you're playing to kill people. If you are picking Serath, you are not playing to AFK, clear your jungle all game. You are playing to kill people. Executioner is very good at getting you more kills. As far as Crest goes, this is a character that, because you are so mobile, you actually don't use Iceskorn Talons quite as well, because you don't get very much of the effect. So most of the time, this is going to be Judgement. You can go Cleanse here if you think you need it. Low-key, they just buffed the hell out of Eviscerator. I have not tested it. Okay, I asterisk. I have not personally played Eviscerator Serath yet. I think it's probably pretty good. It's a low cooldown crest that gives you true damage. It also gives you Omnivamp. I think it's probably pretty good. But again, asterisk, have not tested it. Judgement has been tested. It works very well. Good crest on this character. Getting into the build, again, they nerfed Serath so that Ashbringer no longer resets the cooldown of your Q. The cooldown of your Q starts at the end, so Ashbringer doesn't work on it while you're invincible. Good nerf, by the way. That was very cancerous to play against. You're not going Ashbringer anymore. You are back to going Sky Splitter. This item actually got buffed in the last patch. I mean, 1% lifesteal, but got buffed, which is kind of crazy. Very good item again. Again, now that you're now on Serath, you're playing to be able to kind of one-shot people. Sky Splitter is much better at that. Your second item is to feed into the fact that you already have a reset on your passive now. If you go the heal augment, then you are already healing when you pick up a passive orb. You go Draconum. This double item core on Serath now with that augment is insane. You have lifesteal here. You have increased healing here. The increased healing applies to both the Draconum heal when you get a takedown and your passive heal when you pick up your orb. It's fantastic. You instantly full heal whenever you get a kill. Really, really, really good core items to build on Serath. Third item, this is when you start getting... These two items have no HP on them, so just be a little careful. You're a tiny bit squishy to start the game. This is where you start getting a little HP. I think that Earthshaker is pretty valuable. Attack speed when you have Sky Splitter is very nice, and it gives you a little bit of HP on top of that. Good item. Citadel up next. Again, another HP item that just gives you a little bit of tankiness. Again, in this build, on some of these, even on these kind of more aggressive bruisers like Serath and Zarus, Citadel is pseudo Perforator, right? It is your fake percent pen. You are using this in place of going an actual penetration item. It does the job almost as well, and it gives you tank stats. It's very good. And then this is where you go Aegis. Aegis third here doesn't really make sense because you have no HP on your first couple items. But now that you have a couple items with HP and even a defense item, Aegis gets a lot of value. Very good item. And then you're going to round this out with Salvation. Getting a big shield on top of the fact that you can heal your entire HP bar. It's just gross. I mean, when you hit full build on this character, you can just walk into a fight, and it doesn't matter how low you are. As long as you get a kill, you win the fight because you full heal off of it. In the mid game, you do kind of have to play to bait your team a little bit. You have to be the last one in. Like, you have to make sure that when you go into a fight, you are going to get a kill very quickly, right? You can't really, on your first two items, right? Because you're not tanky at all, you have no HP on these items. If you go in and it takes you 8 or 10 seconds to get that first kill, that's too long. You're probably dead. You need to be able to go in and get that first kill in one rotation of your kit, right? Like jump auto, right click auto, Q, and they should die. If they don't die, you're going to run into issues. So just keep that in mind. You have to play a little bit slower on this character, walking into team fights on two items. Once you get full build, you can do whatever the hell you want to do because you're Serath. So very good character, very easy to take over games with. The top two characters on this list, you guys definitely know who one of them is. But number 2 is going to be Feng Mao. Feng Mao didn't quite make the solo laner list, but in the jungle, I do think he's very, very good at the moment. These top two characters on the list take a tiny bit more skill to play. Feng Mao is not that hard, guys. It's hard to play him maybe at the highest level, but realistically, if you can get good at dash auto, E auto ult, you just learn to play Feng Mao, right? If you get good at getting those auto cancels in there, you just learn to play Feng Mao, and then you win games because you one-shot people, and this character is really neat. As far as augments go, they dumpstered the knock-up augment. It's not good anymore. I regret to inform you that knock-up Feng Mao is no longer good. Imperial Duelist is by far his best augment. It is very good. Again, especially if you get good at auto attack canceling. If you dash auto, you apply Imperial Duelist, then your E gets the full value, right? Very good augment. Minor augments are going to be Voracity Farmer, similar to Zarus, right? A little bit of lifesteal in the fights is good. Farmer gives you a little bit of better jungle clear. For Crest, this is where it gets a little different. You are going Assassin's Crest on this character. This is the one character on the list who goes Assassin's Crest. he doesn't really get benefit from Pacifier. Attack speed does nothing for this character. The lifesteal doesn't really do anything. The dash is nice, but like meh in my opinion. The Nightfall or the next dash being able to secure you a kill is very valuable. As far as the build goes, again, this is an assassin. I do think assassin build is still better. You see some of these augmentation builds floating around. I think they're okay. I think truly the only difference is that they're easier to play. I think the ceiling of those augmentation kind of almost bruiser builds is a little bit lower, but they are easier to play. As far as what I'd recommend, I think it's Malady every time. I don't think Mind Razor is all that good in the jungle. They've made the item significantly worse over the last couple patches, and Malady is basically just as good as far as clear goes. It just gives you a little bit of extra damage early game. Second, Mutilator. It looks really weird, but it is a cracked item on Feng Mao. It procs, I'm very confident it procs 4 times on your hamstring if you have someone isolated, which is really good. Plus 12% of their HP as damage is very, very good. The base stats on this are also just incredible. Like, Omnivamp is low-key really good on Feng Mao because you just full combo somebody for their HP bar and you heal for 12% of it, and that's pretty good. It also keeps you healthy in the jungle. Ability Haste, obviously very good on this character, so I think this item's really good. Perforator's up next. I think like these 2 items in combination on Feng Mao are just absolutely ridiculous, and it just kind of gives you everything you want. I think Perforator early is really good on this character. This item is low-key broken, so don't tell anybody I said that, but low-key Perforator is a top 10 item in the game, right? Top 5 item in the game, so I do think it's very good. Next up, you're going to go into some more assassin items. Nightfall. You have a lot of haste on your first 3 items plus Crest, right? This is like, what is this? 30, 46 haste on 3 items. You usually have blue buff as well, which puts you up to 61. A lot of haste. You don't need a whole lot more after that. Nightfall, really good item. Like I said, Omnivamp is actually pretty good on this hero. Plus the ability to lifesteal from your abilities, which is just, it's like pseudo Omnivamp, but not really. It's better actually, but Nightfall, also very good. Next up, Painweaver. Not Tainted Rounds, Painweaver. Really good. You have a low cooldown. You can infinitely have Painweaver on this character. If you are just spamming your hamstring out of combat, you are able to just keep permanent Painweaver passive. You're very fast. Gives you a lot of extra damage throughout a fight. Increases your ult execute. All that kind of things. It's very good. Your last item here is, it's a flex slot. It's one of 2 options. Your options are Citadel, which I think is generally speaking the best. This item in combination with a flat pen build is really good. So the way that armor works in this game is you have your armor. Let's say you have 100 armor. What applies first is Citadel. So armor reduction applies first. So 20% gone instantly. Now they're down to 80 armor. Then you have your Perforator apply, minus another 30% of that, right? So minus another 24 armor. You're down to 56 armor. And then your flat pen applies, which on this build, you have, what is this? 8, 15, 23 flat pen without, or no, even more, 29 flat pen without Painweaver, right? I mean, you're hitting people against like 20, 30 physical armor against most squishies that aren't building defense, right? Against the enemy carry. Carries have like 85 to 100 base armor. I mean, you're hitting them for close to true damage. I mean, it is approaching true damage. It's very good. I think Citadel is the best. You can go Draconum here. It's not bad. It lets you clean up fights a little bit healthier, but truthfully, I think Citadel is just better. So this is my recommendation. If you're really far ahead, if you're 10-0, Draconum is going to be your item here. Most of the time, this is going to be Citadel. I love this character. He's fantastic at the moment. So if you guys can get good at warming up your hands a little bit, APM's got to be 10% higher to play this character. Very, very good. So highly recommended to play some Feng Mao. Moving on to number 1. You guys already know. If you guys have made it this far, you guys already know who number 1 is. It's going to be Yurei. Yurei is absolutely phenomenal. They did nerf her. Does not matter at all. The only nerf that matters of the nerfs that were in this last balance patch is the nerf to her ultimate. They took like 15% power scaling off of her ultimate, which is a decent amount, but not enough to actually like make the character bad, right? We're talking about, this is, I will say asterisk again, one of the harder characters to play. You are going to have to put some time into this character to figure out what your combo is, how reliably you hit it, how to aim her dash, all this kind of stuff. You will have to put some time into the character, but she is very strong if you put some time into her. Very, very good. As far as augments go, you are going in the jungle, you are going the ultimate augment, the one that gives you damage mitigation while you ult, and it also just reduces your ultimate cooldown. That is the best one. I think it's the most consistent. The passive one, the one that makes your auto attacks bounce more when you have your passive, that one's bad. Don't go that one. The other one that you can go is the movement speed. I do think the move speed one is pretty good, but I think you have to be better at the character, right? If you're learning the character, just go the ultimate aug. It's very consistent, easy to use. Minor augmentations. Holy, I've been talking about Pred too much today, guys. Minor augs are going to be Voracity and Farmer, similar to Feng Mao. Very good augs. This character, it's a bait. Do not go Assassin's Crest on Yurei. It sounds really good. The Assassin Crests don't really do anything for you. Nex is not that good on this character. You don't need it. You fully one-shot, you full combo people without Nex. You do not need it. I don't think it's horrible. You can go it. It does have slightly better base stats than Pacifier, but I think Pacifier is just too good. Being able to dash again in the middle of a fight and being able to get that reset so easily is just really nice. It has good base stats. You get it online early. A little bit of attack speed goes a long way on Yurei. I think Pacifier is very, very good on her. As far as the build, it's going to look fairly similar to Feng Mao. There's a couple of different items in here, but Malady is your go-to. I think it's really good on this character. For a while, you can go a no clear item on Yurei. Her jungle clear is quite good. You can go something like Infernum first. It's not bad. I think that having a clear item, it keeps you on the map more because you clear your camps faster, so you're able to gank more. You're able to be at objectives because you're spending less time clearing camps. I think it's valuable to have Malady. Infernum is second, though. The item is very good on Yurei. You have a lot of multi-hits, right? Your daggers are 3 hits. Your ultimate's a multi-hit. You're dashing through people a lot, so you're hitting them a lot. You're auto-attacking a lot, which is just proccing more Infernums, right? Very good item on this character. And then third is going to be Mutilator. Similar to Infernum, you just have so many... You click so many buttons on this hero that Mutilator just gets a lot of value. You're clicking so many buttons. You're just going to be mutilating all over people, and it's very, very good. Lifesteal also, again, similar to Feng Mao, the Omnivamp on this item does a lot in a fight, so it is quite good. And then you're going to go Perforator. Again, a very good item. I think you can get away with it one item later on Yurei because these 2 items are so good on her. I don't think it's worth it to delay them at all. I think that going Perforator here is the play, right? I don't think it's worth it to delay either of these to get Perforator. And then your last 2 items are going to be Nightfall. Again, Omnivamp goes a long way. The shield is very, very nice on this character. And then Citadel. I think this item is just too good, man. It is too good. It is, if you guys played Smite, Void Shield got removed from the game for a reason, right? Void Shield was essentially Citadel. It was a slightly worse version of Citadel, and it got removed from the game for a reason. Having a 20% aura for armor shred is really good. Even on an assassin, a lot of the time this is more damage than just building another pen item. It is just straight up more damage, and it's a very good item. Gives you a little bit of tank stats. Very, very good. Yurei, again, a little bit harder to play, but a very high upside character if you do learn her. So let me know what you guys think. Again, this is the last of the top 5 videos. I'll probably do some more of these. Maybe not. Well, we'll see. The next time that we get like a huge meta shifting balance patch, I'll do some more of these, right? It's not going to be an every patch kind of thing, but I do like getting these videos out, and especially there have been a lot of new Pred players recently. So hopefully, if you guys are new, like, let me know how much did these help you? How much did these videos help you out? I'm really curious to see, what the end all be all of your guys' opinion on these videos are. So let me know down in the comments below. But as always, guys, I've been Pinzo. This video's done so. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.